Ladies and gentlemen, they're about to do it. Liverpool are about to do it. You can see the background. It's red lights this time. Because these are about to be dark days. They're about to do it, people. Because something has just happened. Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, here we go. He's leaving Anfield and joining Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. On a 4-year deal, 75 million euros, add-ons included. And at the age of 28, it's kind of a ridiculous price, I'm not going to lie. But this is happening. Bayern Munich finally have their new winger coming in. Now, this deal is going to take us into different directions, but I want to start with the Bayern Munich perspective. From a Bayern Munich perspective, and I asked the question a couple of days ago on Twitter, and, I talked about the situation with a couple of friends, and I said, what happened to Bayern Munich? What actually happened to Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich used to be one of them clubs. No matter who you played for, when they called, you said yes. When they inquired, you said yes, because you knew that you were joining a world-class football club. And it's still a world-class football club. But you knew that you were joining a very respectable institution. And I'm just trying to research it here so I know what to talk about exactly, because I need to list some names here. But recently, in terms of the hierarchy and in terms of the board at Bayern Munich, it's been a bit of a chaos, I would say. Too many things are being publicized. Too many things are being pushed out to the public or leaked to the public. And I think it's a bit disturbing for a club the size of Bayern Munich. They used to acquire targets without even blinking. They used to acquire targets before the next season started, and they used to force the club that still owned the player that they're trying to get for next season to get him not to play. That's what they did with Mario Götze. Can you imagine? But nowadays, I don't know, especially this summer, it's just been a bit of a circus, if I'm honest. I'm looking at some of the names that they were linked with, they actively tried to get, and they just couldn't get. It started off with Florian Wirtz. Then it went to Kaoru Mitoma. Then it went to Cody Gakpo. Then it went to Rafael Leao. Malik Fofana was mentioned at some point. And I'm just like, all of these public dealings, now obviously nowadays everything is publicized because of the information that we have access to, but I'm just watching Bayern Munich trying to go for one winger after the other, and I forgot to mention Nico Williams as well. Nico Williams, I'm seeing Bayern Munich go for one winger after the other, and all of them are declining. And I just don't know. Max Eberl, got a lot of respect for him, did some amazing work at RB Leipzig, but you just have the feeling like as a new sporting director at Bayern Munich, his job, I don't know if he's doing his job properly. With all due respect. With all due respect. But anyway, Luis Diaz is now joining Bayern Munich. Now, in terms of the footballing side of it, I think this is a good deal. Because Vincent Kompany has proved doubters wrong in Germany and in the world. He won the Bundesliga, went deep into the Champions League tournament, and he done some good work. But unfortunately, during the Club World Cup, they lost Jamal Musiala. He's out for a couple of months. Thomas Müller has left the club. Serge Gnabry is not the same anymore. Leroy Sané has left the club. So they needed a new winger. And I did say that one's probably not going to be good enough. They probably need two. So Luis Diaz coming in is good, but they need someone else in there, which is probably why they're chasing Nick Woltemade from Stuttgart. So I think this is a good deal. In the Bundesliga, knowing how sometimes erratic and kind of a loose cannon Luis Diaz can be and kind of a frustrating player he can be, I think in the Bundesliga, that will suit him down to a T. Do not be surprised if Luis Diaz goes to the Bundesliga and absolutely tears it up. because that is the exact league that a Luis Diaz could need. Very similar to the Portuguese league, lots of space. He's going to score goals for fun, especially with the way Bayern Munich are playing, suffocating teams, pinning teams back, making sure they sit back and soak up the pressure so that Bayern Munich can do whatever they want to do to them. I think Luis Diaz will suit that team very, very well. And I think the Bundesliga, he's going to have lots of fun in it. And as a Bundesliga watcher and admirer, I'm going to have loads of fun watching it. I'll be honest. That first Bayern Munich game, I believe is this weekend, where they play against Lyon in a friendly. I'll be watching it. I'll definitely be watching it. That left wing is his. And all of a sudden, you're looking at a front line of Harry Kane, Michael Olise, and Luis Diaz. And I'll tell you what, that is not bad at all. At all. Now, they're going to have to find a replacement to play in that number 10 role where Jamal Musiala used to play and where Müller used to play. But that's up to Bayern Munich to go into the market and go and get someone else. And maybe this is why they're trying to get someone like a Nick Woltemade, which is crazy in itself, because trying to play a 6'6+ guy in a number 10 position is crazy by the sound of it. But when you watch him play, it kind of makes sense. But anyway, I think this is a great deal for Bayern Munich. From a Bayern Munich perspective, this is a great deal. It's just a shame that it took so long, and it's just a shame that it took so many rejections for them to finally get their man. Now, from a Liverpool perspective, and this ties into, Newcastle and the Premier League, etc. You know what's going to happen, people. You know what's going to happen. They're going to go and get Alexander Isak. I'm dreading the here we go already, because that Alexander Isak here we go to Liverpool, that's going to hit like crack for Liverpool fans. I'm telling you, that's going to hit like crack. And if they do it, or when they do it, because at this point, it's just a question of when, not if. When Liverpool get the here we go, lock up the league. Just lock it off. Give them the title, number 21. It is what it is, because that is going to be disgusting. Florian Wirtz, Gakpo, Salah, Ekatike and Isak. Yeah, wrap it up, man. Wrap this up. But from a Liverpool standpoint, this is what they needed in order to finance the potential Isak move. They needed someone to go, and they're potentially going to have two exits now. Luis Diaz on his way out, and potentially Darwin Núñez on his way out, because both did not feature in the squad against AC Milan. So that tells you moves are being orchestrated for them to leave the club. On a slot, man. I mean, there was a lot of talks about, Man City being the only team being able to do what they can do, and Chelsea, how on earth have they spent so much money in that famous January transfer window, spent so much money on players, etc., etc. Well, Liverpool have joined that list now. Liverpool have joined that list. So the narrative that they don't spend, or they don't have money to spend, that narrative's out the window now, because you've shown that you can, especially this window, you've shown that you can get in players. You can. You stacked up in almost every position. That tells you they're trying to go for that title again. They're trying to go for the domestic cups, and they're trying to go for the Champions League, of course. People, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading the here we go. I'm dreading the Alexander Isak to Liverpool here we go, because it's coming. It's inevitable at this point. It's inevitable at this point. I do think Liverpool fans won't bat an eyelid in terms of Luis Diaz leaving the club. I do think they like him. Obviously, he won the league with them, was an integral part, scored goals, assisted. But I don't think they'll be batting an eyelid, because of the sheer fact that they still have Gakpo, who can play on that left, and they're bringing in Isak and Ekatike, who's already there. And they've got Florian Wirtz. Yeah, like I said, wrap the league up already. because this is not going to be fun at all as a rival fan. As a neutral fan, of course, I can watch Liverpool and I can enjoy good football and I can enjoy good players play for good teams. But yo, this is going to be no hate watchers over here, because that's not going to be possible. They're just going to steamroll the whole league. I'll tell you that for free. Newcastle, on the other hand, boy, oh boy, how many more? I mean, you started off the transfer window so positive, thinking that the addition of Elanga would have been a positive to the team, having a front three of Elanga, Isak, Gordon. And, you know, you've got people that can fill in. Harvey Barnes on the left as a backup. Murphy on the right as a backup. And now you've lost. Well, not you've lost, but you're going to potentially lose your top goal scorer, your best player. And I'm reading yesterday that Livramento is of interest for Manchester City. So this transfer window could end up being really, really bad for Newcastle. Obviously, they've lined up a potential replacement. There's talks of Alexander. There's talks of Benjamin Sesko. There's talks of Nicholas Jackson. There's talks of Ollie Watkins. So they are looking at replacements here and there, which is fair. But Newcastle are the big losers in this transfer window, man. Like I said, the timing of Alexander Isak's transfer request was very, very strange, because he could have done it at the start of the window. You know, but yeah, it's inevitably going to happen, and we're just going to have to sit back and watch it. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. It's looking a bit peak for us, but you know what? Football is football, and you know, I'm looking forward to the new season, definitely. So yeah, get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and yeah, it's road to 20k, closing in on 18 this time. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And people, before we finish, our word from our sponsor. Peace. Today's video was sponsored by Subway Mark Collection. Now listen, it's summertime. I know you want to hit that beach. I know you want to go to that birthday party. Listen, I know you want to go to that wedding. What better pair of shades to make you feel like you're the flyest person in the room or on the beach than Subway Mark Collection? The mission is to build a brand that reflects empowerment. Life is a journey full of obstacles that we can't escape, and you need to have self-confidence and trust in yourself to overcome those challenges. The vision is to empower you to accept yourself as you are and know that you're a unique breed and there's only one of you. Life is a marathon. Hold your vision and trust the process. Add a finishing touch to your outfit with these slick and sharp sunglasses. A lifestyle that empowers. Hit the link in the description and get yours now.